Good morning. Good morning. Just in case you're wondering, these are not like mood curtains, you know, for Halloween. What they are is, we're now doing filming, and it's for live streaming on the net of our services. And so, in order to prevent, you know, excess light, reflection, etc., that's why the curtains are here. But anyway, we have a special guest today, and there's a big program in store. So we just want you to welcome and settle in, and maybe we can have an opening song from our guest, Mark Stanton Welch.
Top of the morning.
Yeah.
Perhaps that's the wrong Halloween greeting, isn't it? Oh, well. Let's just get opened up. Why not? Didn't tune, but hey, it's Halloween. So if you say the words, heart, please open wide, free the love I am inside. Heart, please open. I am. Heart, please open wide, free the love I am inside. Heart, please open, I am. Heart, please open wide, free the love I am inside. Heart, please open, I am. Again. Heart, please open wide, free the love I am inside. Heart, please open, I am. Heart, please open wide, free the love I am inside. Heart, please open, I am. 200 more. Heart, please open wide, free the love I am inside. Heart, please open, I am. Heart, please open wide, free the love I am inside. Heart, please open, I am. 2 more. Heart, please open wide and free that love I am inside. Heart, please open, I am. Heart, please open wide and free the love I am inside. Heart, please open, I am. Last one, really. Heart, please open wide, free the love I am inside. Heart, please open, I am. All right.
So once again, welcome everybody. Welcome to Bremerton Unity. I'm Debbie Clay, if you don't know me, but we have our wonderful guest today, Mark Stanton Welch.
Really? Is he here?
And I noticed he has a whole table of his out there in the foyer. So please take a look at that later on when we have fellowship time. So is there anybody with us for the very first time today? Okay, everybody's a returnee. Wonderful. I'll just remind you of the red heart welcome. So presumably you have it either in your pocket or at home in a special place. We use this as a symbol to carry our heart and share our heart wherever we go out there in the community. So remember the red heart welcome. And when you're out and about, maybe share your heart with somebody that you hadn't anticipated sharing it with yesterday, if you know what I mean. Okay, another song, please.
Really? So had I followed through and sent lyrics, they would be appearing to right over here on your left. But, oops. So I'll feed you a line, and then you can, I mean, I won't feed you a line. Let's take off the mask, dismantle the wall. Let's do it. Let's take off the mask, dismantle the wall, and let our pureness shine. And let our pureness shine. Give it's time, my friends, oh, it's time, because you are love. I am love, and I am love. We are love together, and we are love together. Let's take off the mask, dismantle the wall, let our pureness, and let our pureness shine. Get out of the way, just say yes. Get out of the way, and just say yes. My friend, oh, it's time, my friend, oh, it's time, because you are love, because you are love, and I am love, and we are love together. Come on, hands, here we go. Let's pick it up. Take off the mask, dismantle the wall, let our pureness, and let our pureness shine. Get out of the way, get out of the way. Just say, and just say yes, my friend, oh, it's time, because you are love, and I am love, and we are love together. Realize what you're saying now. Let's take off the mask, dismantle the walls. Happy Halloween, make our pureness shine. Get out of the way, get out of the way. Just say yes, my friends. Ooh, oh, it's time. Ooh, it's time, because you are love, and I am love, and we are love together. Last time. Let's take off the mask, you're on your own. Dismantle the wall, and let our pureness shine. Get out of the way, and just say yes, my friends. Ooh, it's time, because you are love, oh, yes, and I am love, and we are love together. Well done, well done.
Everybody relax now in a mellow mood? Yeah. Good, good. All right. Well, I'll try and be brief with the announcements today. We've got a full day of Mark, which is a wonderful thing, right? So he's doing a workshop called Energetic Boundaries 101 today from 1 to 4 p.m. And then there's a 7 p.m. concert, Music to Reawaken the Inner Knowing, an evening concert. Now, they're individually priced, but if you want to do a double dose of a Mark, they offer a special incentive for that, price-wise. So Susan Henderson, she's waving her hand, she's the ticket seller. So if you'd like to attend those and you want to get your tickets, she's the person to see. So I urge you to look in your program for that information. And every week on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. we have our Course in Miracles study group. All are welcome to attend that. On Thursdays, there's a Quest class beginning at 7:30 p.m. and a Prosperity class beginning at 6 p.m. And let's see, coming up, November 1st, we have the New Moon Circle Spiritual Star Talk with Suzanne Eau Claire. Suzanne, I understand you want to say a few words.
Yeah, let's just.
I'll bring you the mic. How about that?
Okay, cool.
Good morning.
Good morning. So finally we got the Star Talks on the calendar, and I want you to let you know it's not really a workshop, it's not really a class. What I'm going to do is talk about the universal energies via the stars, and then I will look at each one of your charts in the circle and apply that information directly to you and how you might use it and sit with that information and energy and use the universal waves to lift yourself higher. So that's happening Tuesday night. In order to do that, I need to prep. So please let me know you're coming. And I think there's some flyers somewhere. Are there flyers? On the table. But I'll be here during fellowship too. So feel free to talk to me if I've already worked with you in the workshop last year. I probably have your information, but let's just talk and make sure. And we'll start Tuesday night. Yeah.
So if you haven't done our chart before, we could show up.
Just let me know.
Let you know.
Yeah, let me know and give me
Birthday.
your birthday information, because I mean I do prep on this. I pull the chart up, I look at it, and I look at it specifically. We're coming up on the new moon. Oh, this morning at 10:38, we're having the new moon in Scorpio. So we're going to go deep where the scary stuff is.
Okay.
Clean it out.
I wonder what the stars say about the Seahawks' chances today.
I don't know. We'll have to.
That may be a mystery. Okay, we'll find out later about that. Let us now say our invocation of service. It's on the screen. Together, please.
There is one presence and one power, active in the universe and in my life. God the good omnipotence.
Thank you. All right. So we're going to have a brief time of greeting each other. And we tend to get carried away, so I have to do this reminder. Remember that after the service, there will be a fellowship time with coffee and cookies, you know. So keep this greeting time very brief, if you will. Gentle hugs, and if you don't want to be hugged, shove out your hand real quick. Let's say good morning to each other.
Good morning. Good
Good thing. Trick or treat. Take the treat.
That one bit the dust.
The traditional thing in this particular season is about getting scared. As if we're not scared already. I mean, living in the world the way it is. But that's another talk, right? So long ago, there was a gentleman, I even forget his name, you might know, but he wrote a book called I Feel the Fear and I Do It Anyway. Jim Polsky, was that what it was?
Wasn't that Terry Tucker?
Tanya Tucker did that one? I thought I was. Anyway, some of you are familiar with that book. And it's just in Canada, so I'm sorry. And it was a powerful message at the time. It was a long time ago. We were just kids, I think. So it's a good time to reaffirm the idea that it's worthwhile standing in the presence of those things that have distracted us. So here's how we'll do it. I feel the fear and do it anyway. 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 And then I'll say right here we go. Right here, right now, right now, I'm free. I'm free, so free, so free. And then it starts again. I feel the fear and do it anyway. 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 Right here, right here, right now, right now. I'm free, so free, so free. I don't know about you, but I think it's time to stand up. And in the process of standing up, just shake your hands a little bit or whatever else needs to shake, and allow that fear to just drop off you, because it can. 2 more times. I feel the fear and do it anyway. I feel the fear and do it anyway. That's right. Time to lay down. I feel the fear and do it anyway. I feel the fear and do it anyway. Right here, right now, right now. I'm free, so free, so free. One more time, I feel the fear and do it anyway. 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 Right here, right now, right now, right now. I'm free, oh, so free, so free. So let's get the obvious out of the way. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more. Is anyone named Jack here today? Okay, good. Nothing personal on that. All right, so sit in that frequency and have a seat if you want.
Today's word, intentions. I pursue my intentions with faith, knowing all things are possible with God. Unity author H. Emily Cady wrote in Lessons in Truth, desire in the heart is always God tapping at the door of your consciousness. The thing you desire is not only for you, but has already been started towards you out of the heart of God. I recognize my intentions are more than wishful thinking. They are part of my purpose. Some may be long-term goals requiring years of study, focus, and actions. My daily intentions may include helping a friend who is experiencing a serious challenge. Following this call to service, I know I will be divinely supported with the right words to say and actions to take.
I pursue my heartfelt intentions, for they are calling from spirit to do more and be more. From Mark 10, verse 27, Jesus looked at them and said, "For mortals it is impossible, but not for God. For God, all things are possible." Today, I pursue my intentions with faith, knowing all things are possible with God.
So we're going to prep for going inward. Here's a song I invite you to be a part of. In the silence, I can feel the love. In the silence, I can rise above. In the silence, I can hear the voice. In the silence, I am home. Feel the love. In the silence, I can feel the love rise above. And in the silence, I can rise above. Hear the voice. In the silence, I can hear the voice. I am home. And in the silence, I am home. Again, feel the love. In the silence, I can feel the love rise above. In the silence, I can rise above. Hear the voice. In the silence, I can hear the voice. I'm home. In the silence, I am home. I am home. I am home. I am home.
This candle represents the Christ light within each one of us, that holy presence, that spark of divinity that we can share with the world. I invite you to just go within for a moment or two, get comfortable in your chair. If it feels comfortable, close your eyes. When we're here, it's easy to feel loving. And it's easy to feel expanded, able to share with others, sharing our heart, sharing our peace, sharing our joy. Sometimes when we're out in the world, it can seem very difficult. Perhaps we have a challenge in trusting or feeling safe or knowing the right thing to do. Maybe as we go about our activities, we see somebody on the street corner holding a sign and they need a little help. And we ask ourselves, is this something I'm supposed to do? As people of faith, we try to follow our inner urgings, our inner nudgings. We try to listen for that inner voice that gives us a guidance, shows us what to do, and reminds us of who we are as spiritual children of God. So at this time, as we center in, I invite you to ask that inner presence. Is there a friend that I really should give a call to later today? Is there somebody that maybe would enjoy receiving a little note card in the mail from me? Is there someone that I want to help, and I've just been so busy with getting things done that I've pushed that aside, but I really want to help that person. There are so many ways that we can share in the world. We can share our heart, we can share our joy, we can share our generosity. Sometimes it's just the gift of our mere presence. I'll tell you a little story. About a month ago, I was driving down the street, a busy street, and I saw in the median a friend of mine, somebody who has attended this church. And her car was stopped, and she was standing there, looking a little confused and afraid. And I realized that she'd been in an accident. So I pulled over to the side of the road, and I just asked her, "Do you need help?" Because I've been there before. Even if you're physically okay, sometimes you're upset, you're emotionally upset, and you just need a friend, someone to be there for you. They don't have to do anything specifically, just their presence. So I asked her, "Do you need help?" And she managed to get over to my car, and she told me she was physically fine, but she was very grateful that I was there. So I offered to stay until the police arrived to take their notes and their report, and until her family member could get there, also as emotional support. So I stayed there for her, and I just sent her loving energy. And she really, really appreciated it. These are the little things we do. They don't cost anything, but we can share our heart and we can share our love. What's calling to you? Dear Holy Spirit, speak to me today and tell me how I might share my heart and my love and the light within me with the world. Thank you, Mother, Father, God. Amen.
What is this animal doing here? Got Tigger wearing his fall outfit. You love it? Fall colors. I would hold him up against the trees and he would disappear. He was just so blended. We'll talk to Tigger in a little while. Hopefully he'll have something to say. This is a portion of a song just because I wanted to go into the shadows. Because why not? It's Halloween. The leaves are huddled on the quiet ground. Let me start over and actually sing the melody. Leaves are huddled on the quiet ground. A chill is sweeping through the sleepy town. Time grows shorter with each passing day. Another year has slipped away. My heart's an echo of these days gone by. Have I grown? Have I really tried? Here in this world that I've created, Look at this me that I've become. The earth is calling to her little ones. The cycles turn and the circle's done. Now fades the picture of the outward flow. Into the silence all things go. I take these lessons from this golden year. The joy, the sorrow, and each taste of fear. These are the seeds that will bear fruit for me as I become my melody. Those birds are sleeping and the trees are cold. All things return into that heart of gold. The sky is bringing forth her magic tune, a symphony of sun and moon. As I unfold, my essence multiplies. Connections with this earth intensify. To find my part in all these things I see would make this endless road complete. It's hard not to be connected with nature in these times, especially up here. Now, the coast of California is one thing, and it's got a beauty of its own, but it doesn't have a lot of trees that do the dance that happens up in this area. I started to pay attention to the cycles of the planet. It's just what old guys do. You know, you just kind of got time on your hands, and so, I wonder. Well, probably old gals do it too. But I started to see the beautiful connections that were happening. And in the process of that cycle of the seasons, I find myself going through various moods and various opportunities to remember who I am. And if you look at it, the tradition that starts with the new year is really actually a beginning and an ending. Now, I know this is not the new year, but it's part of the cycle. What seems to happen at the birth of spring is that we wake up. But what do we wake up from? We wake up to remember the expression in the sense of life. Cue the expression of life, please. That was perfectly timed. As it always is, isn't it? Nothing is random in this beautiful place. The summer is the expression of life. And then you move into the fall. There are not too many who do not like the feel of the fall, because it's cozy. It feels like it's a calling home. It's a time to put on clothing that is warmer and cozier. And what's really going on is that we are going inward. We're going inward to clear out the debris. And as we watch around us the leaves, the vibrant leaves and the green of spring and the budding and all of that process, they start to give away and let go in this time. When you look at it in relation to chakras, the lower chakras, which is pulling me down into the body, you have the colors at the root, which is red. And then you have the orange of the sacral, the second chakra. And then you have the yellow of the solar plexus. So when I look at trees, I'm reminded of my own home. And I come back. And in the process of doing so, I get a chance to actually consciously or unconsciously let go of that which doesn't serve me anymore. It really is cleaning house. And then comes Halloween. Right in the middle of all that. I didn't research where Halloween came from, but let's just make it up. Suppose there was an opportunity to someone with awareness and consciousness decide, perhaps it was Tigger, that decided, woohoo, that it's a good time to let go of stuff. In the vibrancy that this being carries, I'm sure it's a result of his process and willingness to go into the dark places and to let all of that stuff that doesn't serve him go, as if there are things that don't serve him. But in the fall, we retreat to our beautiful inner world and we go deeply into the body. And in that process of going into the body, we create that deep darkness of the wintertime where we start to plant seeds. It's not the spring where the seeds are planted. It's in the previous time. It is the land of shadows. It is the land where stuff is, places that we don't necessarily want to go to. Tigger goes to those places because he knows that's where the juice is. He knows that's where the frivolity is. And that's where the place, the birthplace of the joy and the happiness lie. So Halloween is the opportunity to take off those actually put the masks on and parade around in the frequency of that part of us that is diabolical. The part of us that has that fear energy going. You know, there's 1,000 places to go with this idea. And we're probably going to go into some of them here. Because there's a randomness about my talk, not because I wasn't prepared, which is true. Now, I hope you understand what I'm saying with that. It isn't that I don't value you to have prepared something. But I want to stand in the vibration of what's here and see where we go together. I got enough songs to cover it. I remember Halloween for me. It was a beautiful dark time as a boy, and one of my first costumes, for those that have been around a while, we will know, I had a paladin outfit. Have gun will travel, right? It even had little cards and a little thing on my belt. And I had that little mask. But, you know, it's interesting. You put on a mask, and you think no one sees you. And yet everybody goes, oh, hey, Mark. Mark, I'm Paladin. And then I remember Casper the Friendly Ghost did that one. And then one year it came, it was probably, I think the third one was what was that name? But it was the little devil, Hot Stuff or something of that sort. So I played the gamut of those outfits and those costumes. And at the time, honestly, it was an opportunity for me to play out stuff that I didn't even understand. So I got to be a little bit less than a cooperative child. And it felt wonderful. Because I stepped outside of those places and I entered the Shadowlands. Speaking of shadows, you recall, even probably now, as you walk up to a doorway with the unknown and an expectation of goodies that are waiting. Is it trick or is it treat? Both are worthwhile. And remember how we used to come home with a big old bag of stuff. Bag of candy in the days when there were no calories, when sugar wasn't an issue, when there were no tooth decay, any of that. We just had an endless supply of the things we loved. And we even got fruit, you know, all of that stuff. The thought of razor blades, etc. None of that was there. But there was a beautiful innocence and a flow that was going on. And I'm not saying that's gone. What I am saying that it's gone deeper into the shadows. Somewhere along the way, I had opportunity to play with the idea of going into the shadow. For a long, long time, we have lived and been influenced by the energy of fear. It's a funny world in many ways, a funny culture where we're taught to be afraid. And we're not here to talk about conspiracy or to talk about reasons for that. We're just here to look at what has been and to be in a place where we can go, okay, well, what now? What do I want to do with that information? So as I walk through the airport, I hear the level of alert is orange. And it stirs the fear. And so I walk around in this place of having this uncertainty go along within me, which is not the design that I know I am. But yet there's a stirring of the perpetual pot, the cauldron, festering down there. All that stuff that has the opportunity to reveal itself when we go into the shadows. So, here's your part. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Got it? Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Forgive me for looking at the words, but I haven't played this song in 20 years, so here we go. Sometimes when wind or mood is right, I feel it in the air. It sneaks between my moments and nabs me unprepared. I twist and squirm and oscillate. I run but cannot hide. Like Jekyll and his potion, it's come my shadow side. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. 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 Do-do-do-do-do-do. It might be anger burning hot or fear so icy cold. Unholy thoughts that criticize or struggle for control, or self-abuse or faithful faithlessness, the I, the me, the mine, a most ungodly visit from it, the shadow side. Come on now. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. And some will say to lock it up or kill it while there's time. But some say just a moment, let's look it in the eye. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. It's ghosts of frozen memories, it's stories never told. It's witches born of discontent, it's hatred on patrol. Misunderstood and so maligned, unloved and criticized. Let's open up our heart and mind, dear friend, my shadow side. Do-do-do-do-do-do. 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 The last monster movie I ever saw was The Exorcist. And I recall sitting in the theater and seeing what go on, and I kind of went down in my seat. I covered this, and I saw just one more scene, and I went, I don't need this. And I walked out. Because I didn't need the pot stirred over and over again. Now let's look at that, because the pot was stirred because I was holding on to a whole lot of stuff that was triggered by those scenes. So on one hand, these movies serve a great service for humanity in that they acquaint us to those elements of release. Ain't nothing like a good scream. Although for a singer, you don't necessarily want to do that, because usually it causes damage. But for me, to begin to look at the shadow side, and I remember once in a therapeutic situation where I was on the couch talking my story. And there was a time in the whole therapeutic process in the 80s where there was a tendency to let go or actually get rid of certain parts of our own self. It was just a way to move through things. And I remember them telling me that, well, the ego was the problem. So you had to get rid of the ego. Really? Really? I have a belief that the design is impeccable. Not just me, but for all of us. And what we came here with is still there. The essence, the pureness, the magnificence. And if we start eradicating and taking things out, clip, clip here, snip, snip there, and a couple of tra-la-las. I still have my tonsils. I still have my adenoids. I went through the phase where all those things, I don't know, it just seems to be inflamed. Click, there it goes. Feel better? Yeah. What were those things for, by the way? I don't know. Must not be necessary. I never bought into that. And so here I stand in some ways intact, able to have walked all the way through those places of things acting up on me. And what I know now about energy is that all of those callings from deep within me were a result of me storing and stuffing. And we do know that storing and stuffing begins very early. It's a learned process. And we're not here to, cast aspersions or blame people or anything. We're here to recognize, all right, we did the best we could, they all do, and there are other ways. So in the process of walking into the shadow, I began to realize that there was gold in there. And in the process of sitting around and being in the presence of those colors, I started to feel a certain thing. And in the process, I felt not only more connected with the earth, but with my own body. And that was a powerful moment for me, because it holds everything that I would ever need. And if my intent is to release and let go, then that is what I want to do. And does it have to be a big deal? Not anymore. I am heaven, I am earth, as I am all that lies between. And I can say I am a universe of light, but oh, the shadows are me too. All this human mystery, and all this running from the void, with simple answers, just a silent breath away. Belief in separation keeps me spinning round. Oh, grant me courage to live out here on the edge, and let me fall into the sea. Surrender, swirling, sinking out of control, till deep within the womb I shall awaken to me. Then I will dance with my reflection, and I shall play with the unknown. For you see, these many sides of me, they all have their right to be. For this is what I am for now. So I'm looking at faces as I sing things like this, and I know these songs are designed to go in there and start to move stuff. Back in 1980 and through the 80s, when I was on that couch, it was a process that was very different. It was a process of telling my story and always getting for the angst, always going into that place where I could have some discharge. Finally, 80 bucks a discharge it was. And that was cheap in the day. And I did dutifully over and over what worked in those times. Little did I know that every time that I was letting go, just like everyone who was doing that process, we were collectively raising the vibration. So we're at a point right now where it's really just a matter of letting go by becoming aware of what the body's saying. So as we come home to this magnificent physical body, no matter what the forms are in the current moment, it is a loving, dutiful servant who keeps saying, hey, let's let this one go. And that simple awareness now causes it to go poof. And then we stand at a point where we can do something else. Could it be that simple now? Well, that's in your hands. I got testimony. And I believe you do as well. It's a glorious day. It is a glorious day because of the magnificence of the colors that are here. We realize that we can take off those masks and survive if we choose. And that's the glory of awareness, is it gives us a choice. Whereas before it just seems, well, that's just the way it is. I'm a Welch, and it's a long line of Welches, and so that's the way we are. Really, my friend, really. I am sun and I am moon. I am the door, I am the wall. I'm free to choose all the way it's gonna be. I'll bound together, shadow, light, and me. Oh, grant me courage to live out here on the edge. Come on, let's repeat that, come on. Grant me courage to live out here on the edge. Let me fall into the sea. Come on. And let me fall into the sea. Surrender, swirling, sinking out of control. No way. Surrender, sinking, daily sinking out of control. Till deep within the womb I shall awaken to me. Till deep within the womb I shall awaken to me. Then I will dance with my reflection. Then I will dance with my reflection. And I shall play with the unknown. I shall play with the unknown. You see these many sides of me. Come on now. You see these many sides of me. They all have their right to be. They all have their right to be. For this is what I am. For this is what I am. For now, 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 for now. Really? Really? So you look at that energy for a moment. And I can see it in eyes and faces and feel it myself. We're at a really very powerful point here. You didn't think you were coming here this morning for this, perhaps. But the point is that we're all ready for it. And any resistance that's there, woohoo! Woohoo! Resistance? You're kidding. There is no resistance in this life. The orange, the yellow, the slightly burned backside of the arm here. We have all this in us. And we are really consciously at a point of choice. As we always are. But this one is critical. We all know what the way it's been. We got that one down. You can always walk back through that door. Or we can step out. Now you notice when I said for now. For now. It isn't about, oh, I'm going to make a choice and then I am stuck with it. That's so 1990. We're not stuck, ever. Make an adjustment. Make a new choice. Put on a new costume. Go out and test it out. Do we really need to hide behind a mask to be able to be our true selves? That's not the design. I understand the process. Perhaps you've gone to a party all costumed up. And it's like, who was that? As you did these things that under your normal state, you wouldn't do. Really. And why not? Well, because, and then because, and well, of course, there's this and there's that. Those are all learned limitations. I'm sorry, but no matter what we've been taught and what we hold on to, we are not limited. It's not the design. The cosmic belief, and not the cosmic belief, but the paradigm, that isn't even the word. The truth of the situation is that we are absolutely limitless. Oh, that's just New Age stuff. Well, it's got to start somewhere. Beliefs shift because we are willing to stand in a new paradigm. An absolute new paradigm. I don't know how much time I have. Are we good?
You got forever.
All right. We have got forever. So just somebody give me the high sign at some point when I need to wrap it up here. Hopefully it won't come for the next 20, 25 minutes. There's so much. There's so much. Let me do something that I hadn't intended to do. But it comes down to this, the way that we are, the way this thing is going. Okay, I won't do the song, you guys. You know the shadow side, what it does? Oh man, why are they walking out? What do they do? They don't like me. And little did I know, somebody actually had to use the restroom. All right. But not for me. That was a good one to get over. Everybody has a story. Everybody has a way it's been. Some people cling to the story. They live it out again and again. Now if you're seeking your glory, you gotta let the story stand. 'Cause the past will never deliver you into the future's hands. Life is lived in moments, a zillion nows that you breathe right into. Life's changing and flowing. It won't wait for what you're holding on to. Your comfort zone's not for growing. It's like a mirror of the past. And if you want to reach out to embrace life, you better leave that zone real fast. Oh, olden days and olden ways will keep you in pain. They will enslave you. Words unsaid and memories fed will chain you till you choose to let them go. Let them go. Just a little flick of the wrist. Do that. There's 3 years of therapy right there. Can be hard to leave, yes, those old four walls behind. They just seem so familiar. It's like they live there inside your mind. But you can call upon courage, and you can reach for the deeper truth within. Universe in motion, the moment that you choose. So take the first step forward. Well, there's nothing now left to lose. Oh, life is reaching, calling to you and beckoning. Come on, let's go to find your pathway, to reveal to you all you are and all you yearn to be. You yearn to be. Da 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 da. It's got a sweet sensation, and I can feel the old releasing. It's like the wind blowing through me, clearing out my yesterdays and those limitations. I'm feeling like a little child again. I'm running free, not a care in the world. I love it, I need it, I feel so great. I love it, I need it, yes. It feels just so great to be alive. So goodbye to the old ways, goodbye. And hello to the new ways. I'm never going back there. No, I'm never going back there. I'm never going back there. I'm never going back there again, unless I choose. You let go of the story. You let go of the way it's been. Without the comfortable story, you can fully live a life, my friend. So stand in that for a moment. It is a choice. And it's easy to think, well, you know, I can't do that. Well, you can't if that's the choice. See, we think it has to be a sweeping change. But what if the tiniest movement towards that? See, the universe waits. It waits to give us the new frequency. And if we just keep doing the same old, all it can do is give us the same old. It's principle. How many times have it been talked about in a place like this? And how many times do we walk away going, yeah, I get that, and then, hello, same old. That's why the comfort zone was written. It was written at the confluence, is that what it is? The intersection of the Columbia River and some unknown river along Highway 2 where they meet when the Columbia comes down from Canada. Two mighty rivers clearing out the debris. The comfort zone. But that's what I'm looking for, we say. That's the best thing. Well, I started looking at that. And in the shadows of that, I found that's where I kept my best limitations. That's where I kept all my resistances and the comfortable little things. And that's fine. I'm not saying that's a bad place, because I love to go home to my comfort zone and disappear. But in the middle of it sometimes, I'm going, what's the cost of this? And oftentimes, the old man Welch is up in the studio. He's not talking to anybody right now. I lose community. I lose connection. It's just an awareness. So I thought, you know what? Instead of circling the wagons all the time, perhaps it's a good time to just step out and see what happens. And so that song gave itself birth. Which quite honestly leads us through the spirit of Halloween. And you know the next great holiday that follows is Thanksgiving. So we give gratitude to the magnificence of this choice we have made in full faith, leaps of faith one and all, saying, I'm ready for this. I'm ready for me. So maybe it is coming home to our child self and putting on that paladin outfit one more time. I have to admit that I tried my Cub Scout shirt on the other day. I don't know what I was thinking. It looked good on this part of me. And I remembered those days. And it was sweet. You know, this afternoon, if we go into Boundaries 101, you know what? You know, the Seahawk game can be recorded. I'm a football devotee as well. And sometimes I use the technology that's available. And there will be no updates during the workshop. I don't even know when they play. Are they this afternoon?
Right now.
It's about over.
Oh.
Well, then let's just relax. Wait, let me check and see what the score was. You know, this is one of the things, and let me just say this, because I know I'm probably pushing the limits here. Yay. I used to be such a devotee in football. Of course, I had a good team. I'm a California guy, so you know I'm the fan of the dreaded team. And yay, when it was all working. But it was deeper than that. I used to get so invested in winning and losing. I wasn't even a part of the team, but you might think that I was, because I would take it out on anyone that was near, if indeed those moments were happening where it didn't work out. And then I started to remember part of my own shadow. I had some stuff happen, like so many of us in the early years, that was really not good. It was very impactful. And in that process, I learned in high school the power of playing football. And football for me was the way to do what I never could do as a boy. And I was vicious on the field. I took it out everywhere I could. I took all that energy, all of those things that happened, and every other team got to pay for my woundings. And as a result, I got lots of awards, got team captain and all of that. Whoop-de-doo. But what was really happening at the end of the game, you know how we all gather and sing the school hymn together with the congregation, right? I was sobbing. Just sobbing on the other side of that. Thank God for that release for me. Because honestly, I could probably be in prison or even not even alive anymore as a result of the rages that I held. And I thought they would never go away. These were deep, deep shadows that every fall I wouldn't even pay attention to. If you look at my sequence of outfits, from Paladin, who was going to take care of business, to the ghost, who was hearing all of these things start to come through, to the devil, who was going to go into that land. It all worked out, as life does. It works out. And we are at a time when stuff works out so well, when we affirm and take that step in faith towards the truth of our being. And only you know what that is. But I'll tell you, it ain't anything we've been taught as far as the old limitations. Sorry. Or hallelujah. The next step in doing this is to look at boundaries. Boundaries are a way not to keep the world out, but to keep our best in, so that we can always be in the process of being in our presence and power and our fullness. So that's what we're going to play with. So we're going to take football, not really, but we're going to take the idea, and we're going to see how all that plays out and have fun in the process. So if you get a chance, come on back. And then this evening, come back for more music if you want to. But I am just delighted to have come here and to witness just the vibration of this place every time I come. Love what you've done with the place. Love the brown curtains. It's just perfect. So if anything has happened this morning, may it just be the witnessing of your own true self, that you remembered a moment the magnificence. And if it's going back to that first costume that you wore, go there, because it's a precious point. So to bring it to a close, I'm going to invite anyone that would like to just to stand up for a moment so we can do just a little thing. This is a leap of faith. Will it hurt? Shouldn't, but it could. What we have a tendency to carry from the moments of living are cords, energetic cords that tie us to the past. And oftentimes that's what feeds the memory. And we keep playing it out because the energy keeps getting fed by perhaps the perpetrators, the players, those who are important. So there's a little process that we can go where we just cut the cords. And I use these beautiful hands like blades, and they cut across right in front of me, especially from the neck down across those chakras. And I go ahead and I cut them, and I say these mysterious Egyptian words from the Huna training that I had so long ago. Ooh. So I say, sa, say that. Sa, sa, cherep. Sa, cherep. You know that, cherep. H-T-E-P. Sa, cherep, na. Sa, cherep, na. Sa, cherep, na. And then they cut with sa, cherep, na. Sa, cherep, na. They go behind again. Sa, cherep, na. Just here for good measure. Sa, cherep, na. Across the front. Sa, cherep, na. Two more. Sa, cherep, na. Sa, cherep, na. And shake it off and bind it into the earth. And if you will, just do this last thing to seal the deal. Take the very name that you were born with, the actual first, middle, and last, and go there, that's on the birth certificate, regardless of baggage. and lay claim to that frequency, because that's the template of the truth of your being. Really. More on that this afternoon. But, you see, I went to the Hollywood School of... Okay. But here we go. We're going to speak that name out loud. And if you've been married and taken on another name, go back to the original one. And we're just going to go ahead and bring ourselves home. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Stand. And so it is. And so it is. Thank you so much. Have a seat.
Thank you. And Mark mentioned Thanksgiving, so in a couple of minutes we're going to have an opportunity to give thanks by way of our offering. So I invite you to take that out and hold that in your hand. But while that is happening, I just want to mention this morning I put on your CD Holy Cafe as I was making my breakfast and having my coffee, and it was a delight. So I want to remind you once again, there's a whole table full of Mark's CDs out there. Have a look and consider taking some home in your pocket today.
And they make great coaster sets. Collect all 30.
And also consider the afternoon workshop. It starts at 1 p.m. and the evening concert starts at 7 p.m. The information is in your...
Is that concert here?
Yes, it's here. The information is in your bulletin, and Susan Henderson is the person to see for your tickets. Okay, and I see the ushers. Would the ushers come forward, please?
Come on, sweetie.
Okay, if you would hold your offering in your hand, and I'm just going to read. It's in your bulletin, but I'll read this. Together we dedicate these gifts in service to the highest mission, recognizing and celebrating our oneness with God. We joyfully and freely participate in the law of circulation, of giving and receiving, knowing God is source, the source of all good, and we are grateful.
I give a little love, I give a little light. It comes back round and I feel alright. Ah, life is good. Ah, life is good. I give a little love, I give a little light. It comes back around and I feel alright. Ah, life is good. Ah, life is good. Two more. I give a little love and I give a little light. It comes back around and I feel alright. Ah, life is good. I give a little love and I give a little light. It comes back around and I feel alright. Ah, life is
good. Shall we have our closing song, closing prayer? Let there be peace on earth. Stand and join hands.
Good news today. Stick your hand back.
Just a minute, I'm opening my hymnal. There it is. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect my joyous vow to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me.
The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever God is. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are. God is, 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 God is.